Thanks, Larry, fearless leader, staunch advocate for workers' rights, good friend. Thanks, Chris. You're going to do the eulogy at my funeral, definitely. Greetings and thanks to you and to Dave and all the District 1 people. I see a lot of District 1 people out there. How you doing? Honors and greetings to all my friend Mary O'Melveny. CWA couldn't ask for a better general counsel. Greetings also to all the fine CWA lawyers that advocate for CWA. I know them well. I know how hard they work. Greetings to all of you across the country. And finally, greetings to all you die-hard officers, delegates, reps, and members who live the struggle and whose fingers are on the pulse that gives this nation life. You heard a little bit. You heard enough about me. I'd like to extend a message to you today. May you live in interesting times. That phrase, according to some historians' research, go back as far as the 1930s. Some say that this is a Chinese blessing, a good tiding. Many have said that it's a curse related to the proverb, "It is better to be a dog in peaceful times than a human in times of chaos." No one knows for sure. I know that I've been in the doghouse many a times, and I found no peace. Interesting times generally refer to times of change, struggle, instability. During interesting times, trails had been blazed. Wars had been fought. People had to do what was necessary to survive, or not. We live in interesting times. The economy, healthcare, unemployment, education, fiscal and environmental irresponsibility, war. Never before has the divisions been so clear. Never before have the consequences been so severe. But interesting times produce things so commonplace that sometimes we forget. The 40-hour work week, the weekend, child labor laws, overtime, OSHA regulations, the National Labor Relations Act. Interesting times produced the likes of Harriet Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, A. Philip Randolph, Martin Luther King, Mother Jones, Rosa Parks, Cesar Chavez, Nelson Mandela, Barack Obama. And countless others less known who have stepped up to meet the challenge. Well, working people like you stepped up. They made a choice. They made this choice during uneasy, interesting times. Working people took the deed to the house while the house was on fire. Working people took the keys to the car when the tires were slashed, the windshields were broke, there was a hole in the gas tank, and oil was leaking all over the place. Why? Working people chose change. And I have you to thank for that, because I'm privileged to be part of that change. I'm honored to return to an agency that I started. First out of law school, I went to the NLRB region in Buffalo, worked there for 15 years. Then I wanted to be an advocate, so I became a union lawyer, practiced union law for another 14 and a half years. I'm honored at the chance to return to the agency that I started, where I can absorb, wrestle, and shape the laws and policies that form the landscape of labor management relations in this country. Not long ago, I was among the frustrated, discouraged masses, frustrated because what was once a beacon and safe harbor for labor rights seemed to have grown dim, rocky, and out of touch. Well, I'm here to tell you, the NLRB on its 75th anniversary year is an agency with renewed vigor, passion, and purpose. Look at the NLRB and you will see a more visible, user-friendly, proactive entity. Over 1,500 Facebook friends cannot be wrong. That's right. And coming soon, there'll be an app for your smartphones, for your AT&T Union smartphones, where you can get NLRB applications. You'll get everything you need to know to be functional and be working with both hands as you pursue labor rights for working people. Modernizing and improved accessibility is just part of what we hope to accomplish. We've become an open NLRB. Extending ourselves into the community, educating people about the law. We're not running from the microphone, we're running to it now. We want everybody to know that folks, even folks that are not unionized, have a little bit of rights called protected concerted activity, so that they can get their protections in the law, and they can know their rights. So many workplaces get away with telling people that they can't talk about working conditions. They can't discuss their salaries with other employees. That's just wrong, but they get away with it because people just don't know. Well, they're going to know now. We're looking at how we do business. Since October of 2009, the beginning of the current fiscal year, the regional offices conducted elections in over 1,500 cases. The median time from that date of the filing of the petition to the election is now 38 days, and we're trying to get it to shrink smaller. Every business adjusts to the times and conditions of the environment. The NLRB is about the business of best effectuating the purposes and policies of the Act, ensuring a workplace where workers are free to choose a union without any coercion or harassment involved. So in addition to the cases, some of which we are looking at right now, we're looking at ways that we can run an election better. Is there a better way to run an election in this modern time? Are first contracts being negotiated in an atmosphere free of coercion and intimidations? What can we do to make that happen? How are notices being posted of violations? Is it the best thing to just put it up on a bulletin board when everybody is getting their communications from their employer through the email and through cyber? Maybe it's time for us to step up and embrace the 21st century and be more effective. What about back pay? You get back pay when an unfair labor practice takes place. Well, back pay plus interest, but what does interest mean? Maybe interest should be compounded annually, like our credit card interest. Maybe something should go into your pocket as a result of the unfair labor practice. Chris Becker and I came to the board with our sleeves rolled up. We were eager to lend a hand to Wilma Liedman, the chair who has led a courageous fight to keep the board functional for 2.5 years while there was only 2 members. We have a new acting general counsel, Leif Solomon. He came out of the agency, but he's a man with a vision. And he's hit the ground running, and he's prosecuting the right cases and coming in with very new ideas. I can talk to you about a bunch of the cases that we're considering, but I don't want to take up too much of your time, but to let you know, we are considering all the cases that have been problematic over the last several years. We depend on the right facts, we depend on the right issues to come before us so that we can take that second look to see what needs to be modified and to enhance those things that is out there for your protection. I'd like to close by saying a few things. My fellow board members and I are keenly aware that parties are waiting for decisions that have been delayed by vacancies on the board. We are 5 members right now, at least until the end of August when one of us goes. Then we'll be 4 members, but we're 4 members. We have a goal and a system in place to reduce the number of pending cases as dramatically as possible while securing the rights and protections afforded employees and employers set by Congress in the statute. I look forward to the challenge. After 75 years, the NLRB still has much work to do, and so do you. So I'd leave you with this wish, this curse, this blessing, this challenge. May you live in interesting times. Thank you.